people want to say that Katt Williams isn't A-list. He's not an A-list celebrity because he's not in any Hollywood films. But to me, that is A-list. The fact that Katt Williams was able to go on a YouTube platform after not being heard or seen in quite some time, giving a candid one-on-one interview in quite some time, for it to have 26 million views, and it's just him. And all respect to Shannon Sharpe for putting this interview together in Club Shay Shay. I'm glad that it's growing. But we tuned in to see Katt Williams, and that's just keeping it real. Because although Club Shay Shay does pull numbers, he has never, ever pulled the numbers that he did this week. This is historic. This is a landslide. This is a landmark. Okay? In regards to statistics and analytics, never seen anything like that. Ever. All right? And for people to say that Katt Williams isn't A-list because he's not a part of Hollywood or whatever, I studied the other comedians that was interviewed on that same platform, and none of them came close to his numbers. Even with Steve Harvey's interview, I think his pulled 9 million. But you got to understand that 9 million was pulled over the past 8 months. Katt Williams had 26 million views in under 72 hours. So the biggest thing that he also highlighted is the fact that he didn't want to compromise his soul and his integrity. And he spoke about, the dark side of Hollywood, speaking about executives, offering to pleasure him to get things done, and how things was just really weird when he went into meetings. Choosing to not compromise his soul is what led him down the path where he's not in the movies in Hollywood. And for that, to be the reason why he technically hasn't made it, which to me, that just sounds stupid, the word he didn't make it. How do you not make it when you're pulling 26 million views on an interview in 72 hours? Like, we have to stop the smoke and mirrors and the BS when it comes to this Hollywood stuff. Like, we have to stop idolizing people. We have to stop that, because we let these people in Hollywood tell us what the cool is, when really we're the one that make the people cool. It really comes down to the viewers. It comes down to us. Clearly, we've spoken, right? Because we showed up and we watched that interview more than once, 26 million times, right? But that's just something that I just thought about, because Kevin Hart, he made a little generic statement, and then he was on like some NBA sports show, and it was just so weird. Like, I was sitting there watching it, and he was like trying to make a few jokes or jabs at Katt Williams, and they were just falling short. And you could tell when somebody's paid to laugh. Like, I know, Kevin Hart's the boss over there, so it just seemed like the people that was on there was like, oh, we gotta laugh, even though his jokes wasn't funny. It's just like, let's just move on. Let's just move on from that. Okay, so then the stuff he said about Steve Harvey, don't know if it's true, but he claimed that Steve Harvey was not the nicest to Bernie Mac, and that he